Welcome to the Leverage Lounge. If this is your first time here, I'm genuinely glad you found this channel. If you followed me here from somewhere else, thank you for trusting the direction that we're heading in. This channel exists for one reason: to explore leverage, not as a tactic, but as a way of thinking, leading, and building. Because most people don't burn out from a lack of motivation. They burn out because they're trying to carry everything alone. Today, I want to lay the foundation for what this channel is all about by breaking down leverage into three parts: mindset, identity, and action. Now, before we go any further, let me give you some context. My name is Mike Collier. I've spent over a decade in real estate. I've built teams. I've worked inside of large organizations where excellence was the expectation, not the exception. I also know what it feels like to be praised for doing everything yourself and quietly exhausted because of it. There was a season where I was producing at a high level, saying yes to everything and trying to be involved in every part of my business. On paper, it looked like success, but internally, I knew something was off. I wasn't scaling. I was surviving at a higher level. And that's when I realized that something that most people just don't want to hear. Leverage is not something you earn after success. Leverage is how success is built without breaking yourself in the process. Hustle has been romanticized, but hustle isn't noble. Hustle is expensive. It costs you energy, clarity, and it costs you time with the people you love. See, burnout isn't a motivation problem. It's a leverage problem. This is where things get uncomfortable because leverage requires an identity shift. You have to move from producer to builder, from hero to architect, from being needed to being effective. And I want to be honest with you. I didn't resist leverage because I just didn't understand it. I resisted it because I was afraid to let go, afraid that someone wouldn't be able to do it my way or as good as me, afraid that if I stopped being needed, I'd stop being valuable. That realization hit harder than any business problem because scale doesn't reward control. It rewards trust and structure. The moment I stopped trying to be impressive and started trying to be scalable, everything changed. That's why this podcast exists. Now, I want to pause here because I want to be very clear about something. I don't know it all. I'm not sitting here claiming that I've arrived. This podcast exists because I'm still learning. I've been intentional about surrounding myself with leaders that I admire, people who are further down the road than I am, a few chapters ahead. And instead of keeping these conversations private, I decided to open the door. So this show is a classroom for me. And my hope is that it feels like a classroom for you too. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm a lot better than I was. And that space between where you started out and where you're going, that's actually where growth happens because a new identity in that space isn't optional. It's required. So let's make this practical. Leverage doesn't start with hiring. It actually starts with subtraction. Now, before you add people, tools, or systems, you have to ask yourself one question. What is draining energy that's not creating growth? Step one, subtract. Repetitive tasks like admin, editing, posting, follow-up. Step two, protect your highest value activities, relationships, strategy, revenue conversations, authority building content. And step three, install leverage before you feel ready because clarity doesn't come before commitment. It comes after. When I finally installed real leverage, two things happened. One, my business didn't collapse. And two, my clarity skyrocketed because I had more time to think, more time to lead, more time to build instead of react. Leverage didn't make me less involved. It actually made me more effective. So let me be clear about what this channel is about moving forward. This channel is about leverage in all its forms. People leverage, systems leverage, AI leverage, capital leverage, time leverage. It's for leaders who want to grow without losing themselves in the process. See, leverage isn't about doing less. It's about doing what only you can do more often. And if you're listening to this and thinking, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm better than I was, then you're exactly who this channel was made for. Go ahead and like this episode and subscribe to this channel if you want to learn alongside me. This is the Leverage Lounge, and this is a classroom for leaders in progress.